We got the mic. After Friday's event, I want to make sure everything is clear. So listen, it's a midday Java today. My brother, who has been here before, he's talked about this subject before. And I also think in this time, and it has been an interesting time, that's why they did this the first. I think this is the second year. Conan is working with Meet Boston around the Meet Boston Regional Career Fair. And so we're going to just bring him in and talk about that. But it's important that if you know someone that is searching for a job, I believe, if I'm right, a lot of the focus is in the hospitality industry, but he'll give clarity to that in just a few moments. But do me a favor. We don't want to waste this brother's time. Hit that share button, of course, that like button, and invite others into the Java Cafe so we can chat with Brother Conan. He is the founder and CEO of Conan Harris and Associates, and is someone who understands the weight of having your name on a brand. And I got to say that this brother has often, and I'm going to try to get through today, but it's hard to say things that Conan says without using the very unique voice that God gave him. So I just, as we belong everywhere, I want to bring Conan Harris into the chat.
Yeah, you crazy, man. Thank you for having me, brother. Thank you for having me. Listen, I like that commercial, man, that introduction into you. I said, wait a minute. Who that brother putting on that suit jacket and walking like that? No, man, it was beautiful, man. Great to see the platform professionalized. Great to see you doing your thing, brother. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, man. And this isn't your first time here. I consider you a charter member because often you're in the background, and you're often in the background, brother. But today you're coming to the forefront for such an important issue. This is the second year of your partnership with Meet Boston. Shout out to Helena and all the folks over there at Meet Boston. But let's cut right to the chase, Conan.
Yes.
First of all, let me ask. Everyone knows, you are married to a wonderful woman that has a lot of impact in this country. And with that, sir, like I do her, the mayor, the governor, and everybody else, I got to ask how you as Conan, as a man, as a husband, as a dad, how you're doing, and just check in before we get into the business.
No, thank you for asking, brother. I'm doing all right. I'm excited about this year's career fair. I'm super excited about where we get to go with this and making sure that all of our residents in our city gets an opportunity to participate in this industry that is huge. But personally, I'm doing excellent, man. I'm a dad, I'm a husband, and I get to take care of my girls and make sure that we're moving in a direction where we're safe mentally, emotionally, and physically.
I definitely appreciate that. And I know how you roll. So we'll just, yes, sir. Absolutely. And so we send love to both of them and your mom as well. And so, Conan,
yes. I'm a son as well. Absolutely.
I know. And they're our number one fans. Our moms. And so Java going to be in here somewhere talking about, hi, Conan.
They love us, man. And listen, that's the blessing, honestly,
yes,
brother,
sir.
is that, we're not searching for love. We know what love is because we come from women that love us. And that I always think as we celebrate Mother's Day coming up, Mother's Day is every day for me because that was my first love. And I am who I am because I had somebody who loved me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. We can go a whole different way with that because we need to ensure that we know that we're loved and we love back. And in this community, right now, we need a lot of love. Good transition. A lot of times in spaces of love and we're talking phileo and unconditional love, but sometimes in that eros type love, sometimes it becomes an issue because of the economy and jobs and just trying to hold things down and pay bills. And so what is it, Conan, that you're doing again this year? Do your partnership with Meet Boston. Fill us in, and forgive me, on the day before. I think last year we were at least a week out, but there's still time. What is it that is going on in the city of Boston tomorrow with your partnership with Meet Boston?
So I just want to begin and just say, when I first started Conan Harris and Associates, I came from philanthropy and government. And what I saw when I did my stint in government was this gap, this in-between space of great resources that existed in downtown Boston and people in community that did great work and that existed. And sometimes those resources did not always connect. So I created Conan Harrison Associates to help fill that gap. And this is one of the reasons, this is one of the things that we're doing as we fill that gap. We have a $20 billion industry in the hospitality and the tourism space. And we started this career fair. This is our second year partnering with Meet Boston. This is Meet Boston's fourth annual career fair, but this is our second year of participating with them with the mindset of making sure that folks from all of our walks in the city of Boston get an opportunity to be involved in a $20 billion industry. I always call hospitality and tourism one of the best kept secrets. Here it is, this $20 billion industry, this juggernaut, third largest sector that drives our economy in this city and in this state, and we are not always a part of it as an inner city or as a community. And so when they partnered with Conan Harrison Associates, the number one thing that Meet Boston wanted to do was say, hey, we want to make sure that we engage in all of our community. We don't want it just to be folks that are college students as much as we want to engage them, but we also want to make sure that we're operating with folks from Mattapan, Dorchester, Roxbury, Hyde Park, Rosedale. We want our residents to be a part of this industry. And so this is our second annual year partner with them. The career fair is tomorrow from 11 to 3 p.m. It's at the Boston Regency Hyatt. It's downtown Boston, so you can get there through bus, train, or automobile, and you can get there. And the goal is to make sure that you're sitting down with industry leaders. When you talk about tourism and hospitality, we're talking about hotels. We're talking about duck tours. We're talking about casinos. We're talking about restaurants. Our restaurants is the backbone of our city and where you build community. We're talking about all those different industry, all those different people coming together and looking to hire the city of Boston residents. Yes, we're looking at college students, but we also want to make sure that our residents are a part of this as well. It's actually a sector that pays very well. And sometimes we don't know about it. So all of our folks in our mid-career opportunities, folks that have worked a job, built a career in one space, but looking to expand on that or tied from the career that they're in, they should be at this career fair because they pay well, they can match the pay, but there's an opportunity for you to be able to look at something that may be of interest to you as you cross over. And for me, anytime I'm involved with a career fair, I want to try something a little bit added, right? We started it last year. We do workshops at our career fair as well because we don't just want people to gain employment. We want to prepare them for the workforce. And so we thought about excelling at customer service. We know that the tourism and hospitality space has everything to do with interacting with people. So we to create a workshop where folks can engage with somebody with the sector and understand what excelling at customer service looks like. And then we wanted to figure out how do we create a workshop to chart our own course. When we start thinking about charting our own course from entry level and helping to navigate to leadership, how to advocate for yourself, how to go into the workforce with the right mental capacity, emotional capacity, so you'll be able to help navigate and be a part of leadership as well. It's a great industry. We want to create those workshops as something different to be able to get people prepared for the workforce. Another thing that we'll be doing is providing free headshots.
Hold on, because
yes,
I said, listen, last year, I literally saw people come in, what's the word? Visually challenged.
Yes.
The time they came out that room, I was like, oh, tell us what, and Conan, if you can also talk about the fact that how, when you move in the wellness space and understand it, what was the intentionality of having that room in a space where people are going to seek a job? What was the intentionality there?
Because we wanted to make sure people felt comfortable and confident walking into that space with industry leaders. We know that if you feel good, if you look good, you feel good. And if you feel good, you'll perform good. And so with that mindset mindset in hand, we want to make sure that we're connecting people to everything. And sometimes folks will have resumes and do some great work, but they don't have headshots. They can't really sell themselves. They can't really talk about themselves and have themselves presented. And so we want to make sure that folks look good, create an opportunity for folks to get haircuts, get a little makeup done if some of the young ladies need to get their makeup tightened up, and then provide a headshot so they can have that within their archive. So if they don't find something there and they wanted to seek out other employment elsewhere, they can be able to have a headshot provided for them to be able to give out to any potential employer. All those things are important. So we wanted to make a career fair that was more robust, not just come and try to get a job and take pamphlets, but also come and get prepared for the workforce, and then create an opportunity where you can look good and feel confident to approach industry leaders.
I want to make sure that I was in the background trying to find, because I did my headshot last year. I was trying to find lay there, but literally, so that is the headshot that's a part of the process. But what, Conan, we were in the room. What is the impact of the real time? People are coming to seek a job for various reasons. You said mid-career things. You may have some federal employees that may be coming down. What have you observed as far as what happens in that room, not just with the result of the headshot, but literally the process of them getting prepared? What goes on in that room?
I would tell everybody, first and foremost, if you're coming to this career fair, come dressed for success. And that may, depending on people's situation, just come in your best, the best way you can, presenting yourself. Come with resume in hand. And if you don't have resume in hand, be able to pick out cards. The goal is to walk in that space and engage employers. Employers are sitting down there waiting to meet you, waiting to engage you. And some folks have gotten hired on the spot. And some people have gotten hired for vice president positions. One of the vice presidents of Meet Boston right now was at a career fair. They met him at a career fair. Now they're the vice president of Meet Boston. You want to be in a situation where you present yourself the right way and be ready to be employed.
It first of all, to hear that testimony is awesome. And I was specifically going, Conan, to what you provide. You're such in the space of the results. And I was trying to get from the process of you in there, like y'all are offering the haircuts. You're offering well, you did. I don't know if it's this year, but I saw last year that people were going through almost like a makeover, getting ready for that.
they was getting loved on, right? Hey, listen, let me tell you how this happened too. I got to make sure you know how this happened. So one of Meet Boston's new partners was looking to come just do the headshots. He applied, he come in, we want to hire, I'm serious about hiring Black and brown companies. And the great thing about it is that with Helena and Martha and them, they were serious about doing the same thing. And so they said, okay, this person's going to come and do headshots. And then the company said, we're going to do you one better. We're going to give you all the services that encompasses our company. And then they started giving haircuts. They started making sure people have makeup. They started curling young ladies' hair. And so before you know it, folks was coming out of there with a makeover. And let me tell you about how business works. Because we could never think about doing another career fair without this gentleman's company, because the way that he showed up for the first one, the first one that I was a part of. So as immediately as we thought about services that we need, we said we need that brother's company. So it was a great business decision. And now we got to pay him for all the services, which is beautiful and smart.
I definitely remember that, because folks were walking, like I said, they were walking in one way. And when I turned around again, I said, and so
listen, I have a few headshots and I still got a headshot. I said, wait a minute, let me get a headshot too. Let me try and see what this is.
Listen, Conan, I know you, and the way you exude the excitement around this and the intentionality of you, Meredith, Helena, and other folks there. And thank you for the correction. 2 years of your partnership with them, but this is their fourth. So
it's their fourth annual career fair.
I see the both of them. But it was great to be a part of it. I made some connections there, last year with folks, even at the Hyatt and different spaces as well. So there is definitely, and while we have the opportunity, Conan, while I have you and you're professional, and we can probably send you all $1,000 invoice for this, but this is a part of it. In my time at Salem State and just working with others, a part of this is networking, Conan. Conan. And also, Boston has said it's not what you know, a little bit of who you know. Can you just talk about anybody that's thinking about coming tomorrow? You talked about the resume, if they have personal business cards or different things like that. But can you just talk about the networking piece and how important it is to be intentional no matter where you are in your career? I'm taking advantage. This may not just be the regional career fair, but we're about to get a big nugget. How important and what advice would you give to networking just in general and being intentional about building your network?
Well, that's everything, right? We're living in a country, not just a city that talk. It's not about what you know, it's who you know, and you want to be able to connect with people, businesses, industry leaders. You never know when you'll need it for a room or where to stay at when you have family in town. All these connections are important when you go to restaurants and sit down and eat. All these levels of connections is important. And I would always recommend people come to network and engage. Small business owners, come figure out how to be a partner of Meet Boston and figure out how you become a stronger business by receiving business through this company. How do you meet some of the CEO that's from this Meet Boston? How do you meet hotels that are thinking about maybe utilizing your services? All this is about engaging and meeting people and connecting with people. You may not want a job, but you definitely want connections, because a $20 billion industry, you never know who you can meet and how that can be a possibility for you. I think about next year, 2026. 2026 is a huge time for our city, huge time for our state. We have the 250th year of our city and state. And for the tourism and hospitality industry, we have FIFA coming to the state. And then you're talking about the tall ships coming to the state. So there's so much business that's coming into the city and into the state. And you never know who you can meet, to engage, to be a part of, to strengthen some of the work that you're doing. So come down, engage people, meet people, and never know. You want to make those connections real. It's a free event. Some folks you can register now, and then some folks you can come down and register on site. It's a free event from 11 to 3 at the Boston Hyatt Regency Hotel in downtown Boston. The old Lafayette Mall. Some of the old veterans in Boston understand this. The old Lafayette Mall, James. We might be dating ourselves right now, telling our age.
It's always been high. I don't know anything about Lafayette.
We used to go to the Lafayette Mall back in the days, break dancing in front. We got pictures on the wall from different crews we hung with, and food court that folks used to go upstairs and eat. All that beauty and history that comes from our city now becomes a place that can connect all of our folks that come from our neighborhoods into potential employments. Come down and meet people.
Conan, I am so excited. One, that this is happening. Two, the timing of this again, it's the 4th annual, but just this year, there's even more of a need. I think also you're tapping into early because this area is gearing up for like the next 2 years. I understand even the convention center is booked out to like the mid 30s. Hospitality, that $20 billion industry is important. And with all that's going on, there is a lot of impact with a lot of the changes that's going on in hospitality, the turnover and whatnot. And so we are primed through events like tomorrow, through also, and y'all need to go talk about network and go up and meet Conan and say, hey, I saw you on Java with Jimmy. But no, keeping that network, I had to tap into that with you because it's just something that I'm aware of, that post-pandemic, sometimes people are shy and just, maybe may not be as outgoing. And to understand that network is important, just in general, but especially when you're going to an event like tomorrow. Don't just go and see people, but challenge yourself to go up and say, hi, what's your name? What do you do? You don't know what can come from that.
No, I absolutely. And I just want to give a special shout out, brother. It was great to have you with us last year. I make it a personal purpose of mine that anything I do, I grab community and I make sure that I hire community and bring them a part of any space that I'm in. When we talk about this place about building Black wealth and giving people that look like you an opportunity, I'm very deliberate with anything that I do. And it was an honor to have you there, facilitating a panel last year and being a part of the whole thing. I saw you taking pictures, laughing, pulling me on the side. We had our own little sidebars like we do when anytime we get into a space. But overall, it was great to have you present and be a part of it, because before, James, think about it, we never really knew about this industry like this. It was like we saw people going downtown and visiting the Common, and that we were like, oh, yeah, tourist. We never really saw it as an industry that we should be a part of, and we didn't know the big impact of this industry. We probably thought about it just because whatever, but we didn't know that, one, we should be a part of it, and then two, the great wealth that comes from it, and then three, how all of us should really be a part of it that come from the communities that really come from Boston.
To that point there, Conan, I want to say, I've been adjacent, folks like Nia, Rob, and others in different spaces, and also, Luther at the Pearl and Mika. I've been adjacent and I've seen a lot of things that they have to endure in this space. And one of them is, support. And so when you talk about community, I just want to take the opportunity. Also, community can be a part as far as staff and what you're doing tomorrow, but just as far as community being more intentional about our support. And then also, if something isn't, if your experience has a little issue with it, do it on the side and not, go so public about it. I'm talking about when you talk about our community and hospitality. Yeah, I can tell by your face, you know where I'm going. That is important, Conan, because
no. When we talk about hospitality,
yes,
brother, we're talking about our restaurants as well. They are the forefront. They're the ones that are restaurants. And so when we talk about people traveling from out of the country, coming to our city, and even folks who live in our city going to support our businesses, gotta make sure that, one, we support them. And be very deliberate about supporting them, but also engage them, right? If there's things that need to be strengthened, have those conversations as well, because I think as a consumer, you want to be able to get the best experience that you can, but always love on us, right? Because one, we're stepping out, we're building. We talk about we want to build more, and Boston is probably at its best right now when it comes to seeing the different businesses and restaurants that are taking place from Black and Brown Boston. We want to continue to grow that, continue to support that, and strengthen that. And if we need a tap on the shoulder as a business owner and say, hey, I see some ways that we can strengthen, be more stronger, we should do that in a respectful way. For me, it's important to love on us, man, always.
Absolutely. Now I want to thank you, Conan, for always reaching out, going back to when we first started. And again, I did well, Conan. I have not imitated you in your voice during the whole show, but a couple years ago, Brother Conan was like, Brother James, and just, reached out with that opportunity, and a few of them. And so Conan won namely last year as well. So thank you for that. And I'll just say, Conan don't reach out and be like, yo, I needed you to do me a favor. Now he can, that's my brother. And on other things, favor is there, but this brother believes he puts his money behind where his mouth is, whatever the old statement was. He puts his money where his mouth is. And so Conan, I appreciate all the contributions from early on, even until now, the phone calls, the courtesy, texts and critiques and encouragement. And when you gotta, practice a little tough love with a brother, I appreciate it, man. And everything you do on the micro level, but on this macro level of ensuring that we keep our Black wealth increased and expanding, this is major, because we don't know. Nia is a perfect example. Yeah. She went in as a server, bro.
Nia's a gangster, though. She's special, man. She's special. Her knowledge about the industry is second to none. She can nerd out with you in 2 seconds about this industry. She's not just a business owner. She understands this thing soup to nuts. And if you ever question her, how she rolls with this. All you gotta do is have a conversation with her about tables to restaurants to service. She'll walk you through everything, and there's a math behind it. This is not a thought in the sky. This is not just a regular owner. She understands the math on how to operate and function a business. And so, big shout out to that sister and the many businesses that are out there. We're growing. We got to continue to grow in the face of what's going on in the country. We got to lock arms and continue to move forward and make sure we're taking care of each other deliberately. Now, I'm not looking for utopia because we know that sometimes that doesn't exist. But what we got to do when we can is be deliberate. And if we're deliberate, we'll get one step further than where we were. Continue to move this thing forward for each and every one of us. It's important.
I have to just acknowledge our good friend and brother to kind of say what you said. Uncle Thaddeus, he's Uncle Java in the Java Cafe, Conan.
Yeah, that's my brother. You listen, that's my brother right there. It's interesting, man. When I think about Thaddeus, it's emotional because it's very few times in the city, when you're doing this work where you meet a brother who's your partner in good and stay your partner in good. It ain't a season. We don't got to speak to each other for 6 months. And when we do speak, we pick up right where we left off because he's my brother in good. We love each other. It's a genuine relationship. I'm always proud of him. He's always rooting me on. I'm always rooting him on. And that's the way we got to come at this. It's not whether he was at my event yesterday or I was at his event the other day. It's about how we show up when it comes to each other internally and externally. Thank you for mentioning him. That's my brother always, man. I appreciate that, King.
He's in there encouraging us now, saying hospitality isn't just about hotels, to your point. It's the restaurants and others too. It's a whole world of opportunities, event planning, guest services, culinary arts, management, marketing, and more. Whether you're looking for a career or you're a business owner looking to connect or grow your network, this is the place to be. Show up, ask questions, and open the door to your next opportunity. My Jesus, that was a whole.
You better know what he does. If I'm throwing the ball up, you better believe he's dunking it. If he's throwing the ball up, you better believe I'm dunking it. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother, man. And so thank you for bringing him in this space, man. It's always great, Jimmy. It's always great when you get around other brothers that are like-minded and like-hearted and have a strong belief in God, man, and function that way on a daily basis.
I appreciate you, brother, and thank you for the daily and the consistency. And so I'm gonna let you go because I know it's 12:30 and we only had you for a half an hour. And shout out to the folks in the background that made this happen today. And we'll be in touch.
I just want to say, just to end it and just say, big shout out to Meet Boston, right? Career fairs. When you start thinking about this industry and some of the things that's been done, this is huge, man. This is a $20 billion industry, and here's this company saying, no, we want to do something different. We want to make sure that all of our residents are a part of this. Big shout out to Helena, big shout out to Martha and the whole team at Meet Boston. They've been great. They've been a great partner of mine. I've had a wonderful time partnering with them, but they've also been great for the industry because what they did is they ripped the Band-Aid off on ignorance and things that we didn't know about. And because of that, now the secret's out of the bag and we understand that this industry is part of what we should be doing as well. And so that's a blessing. So I just wanted to highlight that for Meet Boston. But remember, tomorrow's career fair is 11 to 3 p.m. It's a free event. Come be a part of it, come learn about it, and come connect with people, business leaders, and come network because anything is possible if you're deliberate.
Absolutely. And thank you for correcting me. Martha's last name is Sheridan or something, right? I said Meredith.
Don't stop messing with Martha's name. I'll get a call. You're going to give me a call.
Martha's been in my inbox. We, little quick thing about
Martha Sheridan and Helena Ajakaye. They're both two powerful women doing this work and been doing this work for Meet Boston and made sure that they partnered with Conan Harrison Associates to figure out how do they make sure community is a part of this industry. And so I'm grateful and big shout out to those sisters that are doing great work over there at Meet Boston in the tourism and hospitality space.
Conan, thank you for being with us, man. I'm going to let you go and I'm going to go finish the day. But thank you. What? What do you
These what you finishing, man?
like? Conan, get off of here. I love you, bro. I appreciate you. Before started in the background, and then this would be a whole after dark.
All right, man. Love you, man. Thank you for having me again. You have a blessed day, man.
All day, bro. Peace.
All right, peace to you, man.
Folks, don't forget tomorrow, as Uncle Thaddeus said, and I mean, this is a whole ad right here. Ladies and gentlemen, don't miss this. Hospitality isn't just about hotels. It's a whole world of opportunities, event planning, guest services, culinary arts, management, marketing, and more. Whether you're looking for a career or you're a business owner looking to connect and grow your network, this is the place to be. Show up, ask questions, and open the door to your next opportunity. Tomorrow at the Hyatt Regency, formerly Lafayette, downtown Boston. Please make sure you're there. Tuesday, April 29th, 2025, 11 to 3 p.m., Hyatt Regency 1, Ave de Lafayette. I know I probably messed that up, all my French and my Haitian brothers and sisters. All right, we're off of here. We will be back tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Listen, now, she is no stranger to the Java Cafe at all. But tomorrow morning, I am excited. And where is it? Because I thought I downloaded it. This thing does not always do with me what I be asking it to do. Hold on. Tomorrow morning, we have the opportunity, and I'm going to go download it now so I can give her just due. Where is it? I thought I downloaded. Well, I'm going to download it now. Pam is coming into the building from the Boston Education Fund, the equity movement she's doing. We're going to check in on her. And so let me get the flyer up so we can do her justice. She is a charter member of the Java family. She is in here daily with us. I don't know where she is today. But the breakfast is coming up very soon. And so we're going to chat with her about that very, very soon. And I can't get the flyer up. So just trust me, be here tomorrow at 10 a.m. And thank you all for being with us twice today. I've heard the mentions of Midday Java. There's 24 of you all in here. Over on Instagram. Oh, they done got off of there. So we'll see you tomorrow at 10. Thanks, everybody, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.